Alright guys, I'm finally back with some more mono green Stompy. Got home late last night. We're looking at a 4-land hand here with no castable cards. I mean, we don't even have a target for Primal Bell unless we point it at the opponent's creatures. 1-lander, all 4 cultivates, gonna have to ship. Here we have a 3-lander, pair of cultivates, no creatures, but hopefully we will draw into one about as good as it's gonna get. Not willing to ship this for a random 5-card hand. We're on the draw against Pantera 616, the Crypt Keeper, playing 70 cards. I did make one small change to the deck based on the feedback I got in the comments for the first two. I swapped out all 3 copies of Nylea's Disciple and put in 3 copies of Mold Shambler. I'm not sure what the number should be, maybe, on Mold Shambler, but I'm just going to make a straight 3-for-3 swap, test him out, see if he's any good or not. Got the same stats for the same cost. 4 mana, 3/3, so he's a pack leader trigger. But instead of gaining you life, what he will do is if you kick it and spend 6 mana on it, you can destroy a non-creature permanent, an artifact, enchantment, land, or something like that. So, should help us deal with the Armored Ascension. We're playing against what looks to be a mono-white deck here. So, I mean, the tradition continues as far as that goes. We ended up drawing into 2 Elvish Visionaries, which is pretty good. So we're going to put 1 down here now and draw a card. And it's a forest, it's just... That's okay. We got a pair of cultivates, so we got 4 more lands on these 2 cards plus the 2 here. We're gonna get up to 8 as long as we survive that long. So let's see if this is indeed mono white or if there's another color on in here. Highly doubt it though if he's playing turn 2. Sigiled Paladin, I believe. No, he's playing a mountain. Okay, let's see what else is in here. He's played a Raid Bombardment, so that will trigger the Bombardment even though the Exalted goes on the stack. They both go on the stack at the same time. So then he gets to have a 3/3 and still do the point of damage. So that's a little bit annoying. I'm going to save the Visionary. Am I going to save it? Yeah, I'm going to save it for now. I can take 3, I think. Still really early. Also, if we get to 6 mana, then Mold Shambler will blow that up. So here we picked up an Arbor Colossus. So we are going to cultivate into that, and I'll probably chump block on this turn. Unless he removes it, which would kind of be shitty, then I didn't get to save any life. But, if he removes it, then he had to spend a card on it, so... So yeah, we will chump block here and then slam down the Arbor Colossus. Alright, 4 mana, 4 mana. Another thing that I put up a cell phone video. Here's another Raid Bombardment. Fuck. And a couple of people were pissed off that there was no epic face reveal or something. I never even thought of it. But I did link to an old picture I posted a couple years ago on the internet on No Goblins Allowed. So if you want to know who's talking to you, I'll link that in the video description for anyone who didn't see it. So you can see, what an ugly fucker I am. Just, like I said, for those of you who are interested in knowing what the person talking to you looks like. That'll be there. Okay, so now we picked up a Soulless Zendikar. Soulless Zendikar, so we can play him next turn. So let's just drop the 6/6 reach here. See if he has a Banisher Priest or an Arrest or something. Those would be probably the 2 best cards against it. Let's see what he got. We got our big boy out, and here comes a young Pyromancer. Okay, that's pretty bad. What are we on here? 14. He's gonna play Raise the Alarm and get 3 tokens, 1 off the Pyromancer, and of course 2 off the Raise the Alarm itself. So he's got a nice amount of Raid Bombardment damage next turn, 10. And we did not. A Mold Shambler would have been really nice right there. Would have been really nice. So unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to pack leader. And we're going to have to play defense. He's going to throw his army away, but he's going to basically kill us. So, that kind of sucks. Kind of really sucks. Yeah, double Bombardment. If he throws his whole team away, he'll get 10 off the Bombardment, and then 3 off creatures that I can't block. So he'll take me all the way down to 1. So all he needs is a shock, and he wins right here. So we're probably just dead. Okay, he's going to play Triplicate Spirits, and now we are dead. I think probably the only way we can win is to... I don't even think we can lethal him. If we pick up a pair of Primal Bellows and he doesn't bother to block our creatures, maybe we can lethal him. So let's see, he's going to swing with the tokens and throw them away, I imagine. Excuse me. But he'll probably keep the Exalted Critter and the Pyromancer back. Yeah, so he's just going to get 4 damage off his bombardment, and, you know, what are you going to do? So, yeah, we need to pick up another Prime Libello here. Need to pick up that, and then he needs to not block. Don't think there's much else I can do. I mean, he's got that much raid bombardment damage on the board there now, plus the flyers, and just going wide. So, no, we didn't pick up the Prime Libello. So we've got... Have we got enough? So if we Monstrous the Arbor Colossus, make it a 9/9, 16. I guess if he doesn't block, we can Monstrous and Prime Libello. He is tapped out, so if he just declines to block, he could lose. Let's see. Come on, don't do it. Don't block. Come on. Ah, he blocked. He blocked. Oh well, we'll just spend our mana anyway. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this would have been 20. What do we have? 7 forests? Yeah, he's going up to 11 and 9. Would have been 20. But you're not dead, buddy. You got a blocker down. You know, if Prime Libello gave Trample, you'd be on 1 life because I'd pointed at the Colossus instead. But such is life, you know. He survives at 9. He was thinking about not blocking. He really was. We almost got there. So I'm going to head on out now since we're fully tapped out and dead and try to find another game. See you in a couple seconds. Alright, I managed to find a game in less than 5 minutes. That's pretty sweet. Looking at a 2-lander with a Cultivate. A couple of our special 1-mana spells, and we've got 2 5-drops to follow up that Cultivate with. Problem is we don't have the 3rd land. On the play, I probably mulligan this. But on the draw, I'm going to take a risk, and hopefully, you know, one of my top 3 cards is a forest. I am playing 25 land in here. But if you're listening to Mobius' channel, you know how, you know, 5 is the magic number. Usually keeping a 2-lander is the magic number going the other way. But we managed to get lucky and pick up that 4 straight off the top. Black Blood is playing a 79 card deck, and he looks like he's missed his 2nd land drop, so he just played a Plains and passed. Plains is no surprise, obviously. And not only did we draw the forest we need, but we also picked up a 2-drop, so top of our deck is being kind to us here. And we picked up a 4th land, okay. So we'll probably Cultivate and drop the Pack Leader first, and then follow up with Arbor Colossus, depending on what he does. But it looks like he's going to be discarding. Why would you keep a 1-land hand with no playable cards? Don't know. Why would you run 79 cards in your deck? Don't know that either. See what he throws away. Probably a 7 or an 8 mana card. Probably another color card. Maybe he just quits here now. I don't know. Maybe he's already gone and the game just hasn't caught up yet. No, he throws away Planar Cleansing. So there's the Mulch-Shambler that we put in place of Nylea's Disciple. Again, he would have been good last game. So we'll see over the course of the next few episodes how he turns out. So let's just Cultivate. See if our opponent has a Righteous Blow. I'm going to attack, obviously. See if he wants to spend his 1 mana to kill a Visionary. Don't really care if he does. And pass it back. See if he can draw a 2nd land and hopefully make a game out of this. I'd hate that to happen. But no, he just doesn't. Why is he sticking around then, I guess? I don't know. Maybe he's got a lot of 2 mana cards. I don't know. Let's see what 6/7 drop he throws away this time, though. There's a Terra Stomper. He throws away Ceruli Gatekeepers, so obviously he's playing green at least, and then there's going to be some number of gates in his deck. So this keep by him is starting to look more and more confusing. And if he finally does play a land next turn, I will kick a Mulch-Shambler and just oops, I almost skipped a turn there because I was talking. But luckily it didn't register due to some kind of lag or something, so I managed to correct myself. But yeah, if he drops a gate here now and then I Mulch-Shambler to blow up that gate, that would be hilarious. No? I just get to blow up his only land? Oh, he's going to be angry. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to blow up his only land. Then we're going to see him leave the game. If he's stuck around this long, you know, in the hopes of drawing a 2nd land, maybe he's got a good 2-mana card or something. But you know, this is just going to cause the quit. But I mean, you really got to learn how to keep a hand, bro. You really do. It's taking you a long time to, you know, just go up the top of your curve. See what's my most expensive spell at this point in the game, anyways. Let's kick it. let's blow up that plains. And let's draw a card. And Primal Bellow, so... yeah, it's interesting. No land in play. Attack, I said. Yeah. I'm surprised he stuck around that long, to be perfectly honest. Very, very surprised. Now watch the AI top deck a land, no? Tap land, of course. No, it's forced. Did top deck a land, but it's not going to do him anything. It would be awesome if it was a fog. Because I am going to try and kill him on this turn with the Primal Bellow. So let's see if he's playing fog. Hopefully not, and we'll try to find a third game since this one was, you know, super exciting. Not going to play the other Primal Bellow. Obviously, just get enough to kill him and move on. So yeah, when your opponent doesn't play land, you tend to win. And, you know, when you destroy their only one, it's just comically funny. All right, let's try and find another game. All right, we managed to find another game pretty quickly. Less than 3 minutes this time. Wow, we're really on a roll here today. Now, here's the Magic 5-lander, but we do have a turn 2 Jade Mage on the draw for the third game in a row. And if we don't have a 3-drop, we can just activate her ability on turn 3. And we've got Soul Zendikar, you know, and we've got something to do with our mana, provided he doesn't kill it. And we got a bunch of land, so, you know, seems reasonable enough to gamble on. Jayers is our opponent. Yeah, 5 land. Keep on to draw one immediately off the top. That is how it works. He's playing 64 plus the land on his battlefield, so 65 card deck. And so far it's a Dimir Guildgate into Island into Courier's Capsule, so he's going to be playing some kind of draw a bunch of cards, counter your stuff with late game demons, I imagine. So let's picked up a Prey Upon, which is not the greatest right now because it doesn't look like he's going to be playing a whole lot of creatures, but I don't know, maybe he's playing a Root Scar Demon later on, or those big guys we can knock him out with. We have a Block of Worm in play, something like that. But if he has something like a Talrand, you know, always playing Grixis. Just saw his gate there, and he cracked his capsule at sorcery speed, which is great. Perfect information for me. I get to just swing in for 2 here and create a token, which I will not do at sorcery speed because there's no point. So let's just do that. Hold open the mana, you know, mono green, bluffing a whole bunch of stuff here. A whole bunch of scary spells, but no, not really. Just, you know, it's a good habit to be into, though. It's not to do anything until you really need to. So here is a Tide Holostrix. So we're going to pause the timer here and create the token at the end of the turn. We're going to, you know, feel free to attack with those tokens because they'll trade with the bird, so I'm sure he's not going to block with them. Here is the Block of Worm that we all know and love. The question is, do I prey upon using a token to kill that? Is that what I do? If I was going to do that, I probably should have done it first main phase, and then I could have got in with the Jade Mage. So I'm not going to go down that road just yet. You know, I think I probably should have done it, but I'm going to hold open the Primal Bellow and the token in case he has some removal for the mage. I can keep it alive. Seems like it might that might be worth keeping alive here. So he's going to end his turn again, and we're going to create another token. And now I'm going to be on 6 mana next turn, so I think now is the time to go for the Prey Upon. Now is the time to go for it. Let's see if he has a bounce spell though, or a counter spell. No, it just resolves. So let's swing in here, and if he tries to spend some removal, then we can Primal Bellow in response and hit him for a bunch, but he doesn't do that. So again, we'll just hold open the mana and create another token, and then next turn we'll just drop this. He's on 6 mana now. He could have an Infernal Titan. That would really suck. Yeah, it's going to be a Flesh to Dust, so there's nothing Primal Bellow can do about that. But he's tapped out again for it at sorcery speed, even though it's an instant, so that's good. We get to make another token in response. And now, since he's tapped out, we know that it's pretty safe to go ahead with our Soul Zendikar. And we already have the 7th land in hand, so no need to cultivate. We are going to get to play Block Worm next turn. So let's just wait for a couple more here. And then we'll drop a 6/6 Reach onto the board and see if he has another removal spell for that. Good thing about these little tokens, they protect our big guys from Tribute to Hunger. If our opponent's playing that, he's going to have to get rid of the little dudes before he can... no, he's just gone. Got nothing, dude. With 7 mana? 6 mana, I'm presuming you're going to make your land drop for turn. Which you don't, so there's an Elixir of Immortality. I mean, it's 5 life, but, you know, that card really doesn't do anything. in my humble opinion. Unless you're playing an artifact deck, and even then, or life gain deck, and even then, it's still not the greatest thing. You know, Primal Bellow is lethal here, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I also don't know if I'm going to go ahead and do anything other than make a 3/3. I don't think I really need to play Palakawam here. So he's going to gain his 5 life. You know, reshuffle his graveyard into his deck. He's got 4 mana open. And we're just going to create a 3/3 here. So that's, you know, certainly enough to kill him. If he's got removal, you know, damage-based removal, we can Primal Bellow in response. And if he taps out for removal on 6/6, we can bellow off the edge and kill him that way, but we don't need it. We can just end up killing him. Alright. So Grixis, Tide, Hollow Strix, Elixir of Immortality, Flesh to Dust. Okay, interesting, but not going to cut it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you for some more gameplay tomorrow.